Holy shit, Jim. What is up, my guy? Week 1. It's a Sunday. What the fuck are we doing in the air, bro? We're a night crew, bro.
I know I should still be sleeping, but my old ass can't even sleep in no more. And I fell asleep early to make sure I was up for this too. And I wound up being up at 7 fucking a.m. pacing back and forth because this is what football season does to me. It's what it does. And then reading all the Twitter nonsense. Is Russell starting? Is he not starting? Like, it's officially back. We're back. Football's back. All the bullshit is back. I'm here for it. I love it. I love it.
Boys Christmas and girls.
In September.
Welcome to a special edition of Cigars and Sports NFL Week 1 kickoff special, baby. Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Network, and of course, my guy
Jim from the Fan in the Van podcast, and one half of Steel and Teal. Get ready for tomorrow's release.
This shit's about to get live. Yes, that's right. Go ahead and prop that up, man. Jim is in his true glory.
Me and True glory. Off the rails yesterday. That's all I'm gonna say. You get some, you get some entertainment in this one. That's for sure. I just kind of listen. I was heavily medicated, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm going off. That's it." You get some impersonations in there. You get the work. So make sure 5:30 a.m. is the release time. Why 5:30? I don't know, but whatever. It works. People
morning traffic, baby. Morning traffic. That's the crew.
Now that school started here in New York, for the New York listeners, for anybody who listens to not only just us, but myself and Garrett and myself. Listen, you got to sit through bumper to bumper traffic on the Cross Island, let's say, because you know you're going to get that.
Absolutely.
Just make sure you don't listen to it too loud. It may offend the car next to you.
Well, the good thing is that I usually catch you guys in the morning when I go to work, and pretty much when I go to work, it's early, and I have a good commute. I have a nice long ass commute during the day. So, hey, nobody's got to hear me because I'm in the highway doing about 85. 85 to 90. Don't say that too loud. Fucking, Florida Patrol troopers. I already know every single spot. I've been doing this route now for 11 years, but I'm going to blast it all high, man. I'm going to be hype as shit, especially after today, where you and I are going to give everybody a preview of the Sunday slate. All right. We're definitely going to give you our best preview of what we think, who's the winning outcomes of the game, our best bets, who we think we should put your money on. You know what I'm saying? Over, unders, whatever, bro. Props, even some fantasy value. And I'm going to give you your boy right here is going to get buck wild and give you his daily fantasy FanDuel GPP lineup, baby. All right, so you can make yourself $1 million. Now, Jim, before we proceed and before I ask you what you're smoking today, who the fuck are you wearing, baby?
Oh, listen, he just re-signed.
Is it Patty Ice?
Patty Fryer Muth, because you got to hit it with the Muth like we used to hit it with the Heath. So Steeler fans that are annoyed that we re-signed Fryer Muth, you are fucking idiots.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you why. You had people on Twitter, Instagram. I'm not on Facebook, but I'm sure it's there too. WhatsApp, Kick, Twitch, whatever the fuck you're on, TikTok even. Oh, the Steelers are going to have the most cap space in 2025. So we got to start signing guys now. They signed Fryermuth. Why are we signing them? Are you got to be fucking kidding me? Arthur Smith, listen, everybody says he utilizes tight ends. In Tennessee, he did when he was the OC there.
Yep.
Atlanta, he didn't that much. But I think here with Fryermuth, he can. It will happen. Listen, 4 years, $48.4 million. It's not like you're breaking the bank for Pat Fryermuth. Come on.
He's a serviceable tight end. We saw what he did when he had some type of quarterback play, right? What he could do. He's actually in one of the best values tight end in fantasy football as well. When I was drafting, I was targeting him in a lot of my drafts. So I am 100% okay with that, buddy. You know what I'm saying, bro? So as always, man, I only keep a G. I got my boy, the Goat Killer, the two-time champ, the two-time banging of Tom Brady right here. Eli Manning. I'm always gonna wear this until somebody else wins me a Super Bowl for the Giants. That's my this shit's like fucking almost. It's gonna be like 30 years old, but you
don't want to wear a Barkley jersey.
No Barkley. Fuck Barkley, man. Oh gosh,
you guys you can't blame Barkley.
I'm not blaming. Nobody's blaming him.
You can't, but in fantasy, so we did our draft with the Darian Hopkins has a draft that he does that I'm a part of. And it was Wednesday night we did it. And a part of me wanted to draft Barkley, but the injury history was
Me
kind of
too.
scary.
Me too.
So I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. So I wind up taking like Jerome Ford from Cleveland. So for Browns fans, there's your fucking sympathy pick.
That's not bad.
Okay. You can't tell me Barkley was the issue with the Giants. It was a bad O line because look what he did with a good quarterback, a great offensive line,
and a shitty
3
field.
touchdowns. Yeah, oh yeah, fucking playing on a field that was ice painted green. Yeah, good job NFL. You want to globalize the game, but put everybody in. Not only just put them in a dangerous city, but put them in dangerous field conditions. Like I'm all for globalizing it. Don't get me wrong.
Me too.
I'm all for it, but you got to have some common sense with it. Like when you're having a conversation with players and the do's and don'ts are more don'ts than do, you kind of got a problem.
Yeah, I hate that we detailed on the last podcast. It was insane. I mean, why are you doing this?
Yeah. You can't. Like I alluded to it, and I'm like, it's the dumbest thing in the world. But at that point, when all this started coming out, you couldn't change it because it's already set in stone. You can't backtrack on it now. So can you blame Goodell for putting them there? No, but I think they knew in hindsight months ago that this was going to be problematic. Now, the field conditions you didn't know were going to be what they were till that day, but.
So now we definitely jumped on the top takeaways from Friday and Thursday. But before we keep going, what are you smoking today, Jim?
Listen, I'll tell you something. For $10, you can't go wrong. It's a tri-wrapped house blend.
Nice.
God only knows what's in it. Got a little light brown in there. You got a little green, and then you got a little darker brown in there. Nicely done. Not too strong, not too light. Like right in the middle. Kind of like a Derek Jeter. It's like a mulatto.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man. And there's nothing wrong with mixed stuff, baby. You know what I'm saying? You and I are fans of mixing shit, bro. Both of our kids are.
Yeah. I got a mutt for a kid. She's like all 7 continents and then some.
Mine too, bro. I mean, there's one solid half, which is a Cuban half, went into Spaniard because my grandparents were from Spain. But then my wife, like you, Irish, Polish, fucking German, like whatever the hell combination you got. You know what I'm saying, dude? So it's like that's how we get down, bro. We're like good fine cigars. When you blend the best of them, you get nothing but W's, baby. Before I move on, I'm not smoking anything today. I didn't have a chance to sit up outside, and there's no way in hell my wife was already pissed off at me for starting the missing of the next 7 Sundays. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the boys. Got the cigar. I'm gonna hit this definitely sometime this week. Rodeo Clown. We had them last week, man. We had a great show with Ray and Joe. Their stogie is banger. Look at this, man. Got him. I'm gonna smoke this bad boy. This is a great one. Jim, you said that was rated a 93, so it's definitely before we knew what the rating was. It's a must-have. I'm telling you, bro. Check out the Rodeo Clowns. Look them up, man. They are. This is a killer. We appreciate the guys.
Not only that, I think everywhere that they distribute to, where they sell online and everything, I think it's sold out again. So good luck if you're looking for it because it is sold. It's sold out like I think Smoked In is sold out. There's a couple other ones I think that all sold out. Like UK. I mean, they have other great cigars in the line, but this is the one right now that everybody wants to get their hands on. It's kind of like it's Rodeo Clown cigar is kind of like Sydney Sweeney right now, where it's the hottest thing. Even though
Sydney thing in the game.
Even though nobody realizes Sydney Sweeney was in the first season of White Lotus, but whatever. What the fuck do I know?
Oh, get out! That's right, dude. You're not kidding. She was the friend. Yeah. The friend that, that's right, bro. Yeah, man. I forgot about that. You're right. Holy crap, man.
Yeah,
back? I hope that show comes back. I'm going to miss it without the MILF.
They're supposed to be doing a season 3. Now, I don't know if Michael Imperioli is going to be in season 3, because don't forget, he was in season 2.
I'm going to miss
weird him talking like a regular person and not with the, hey, it wasn't me, Tony.
I'm gonna miss the MILF,
Yeah,
bro.
her voice was annoying, but they shouldn't have killed her off.
No, man, that's a great. She was a great character, bro.
I think she'll be in it through flashbacks.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But
Somehow season 3 and 2 are going to blend together somehow.
yeah, yeah, and it's one of those things. A good show, but I don't think you could get more than 3 seasons out of it based on the content and the creation, because you cannot keep doing the same shit over. There's one of those shows that is good for like a couple of seasons, maybe 3, because you cannot. It gets you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Ended at 3. That's it.
Yeah,
Because if you
absolutely.
do a fourth one, people are going to be like, ugh.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, we started with the top takeaways. Let's go quickly to the top takeaways because then we got a lot of review to do. Let's start with the Phillies games, right? I mean, with the Philly and Packers game. Top takeaways: the field sucks. Saquon Barkley behind a good line. We knew what the hell he could do. All right.
Yep.
Jordan Love, MCL, out for 3 to 6 weeks, hopefully. Listen, that's a bad and a nagging injury as well. If he comes back in 6 weeks and says 100%, there's pretty much a high percentage that he might get hurt again and be out for the season. So the Packers seasons are officially fucked. I don't care what you say. They have a lot of talent, but Malik Willis ain't gonna do jack for you guys. All right. It's a shame because they do have a lot of wide receivers. You know, Josh Gordon looked good. You know what I mean? It's like the backup Wilson looked great. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, man, their season is so done, bro. Sorry, Pack, but it's not go Pack go. It's gonna be go Pack go to the bottom of the division because it was their division to kind of, I guess, win.
Like right now, if you're the Packers, you got to go out and get.
You got to get somebody that's better than Malik Willis.
I'm going to say right now, if I'm the Packers, go call Cleveland. They were looking to get rid of friggin' Jameis Winston. Mm-hmm. He's a guy who, listen, we make fun of him for being the first 30 for 30 guy without having a documentary. But
with those receivers, you need somebody that throws the football.
He'll keep you afloat, and it's kind of like having Jordan Love, just an older version.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I would do that. They were even talking about hitting the Giants up for fucking Tommy Cutlets and, like, even trying to maybe trade Drew Lock away.
Tommy in that offense. Tommy in that offense will be serviceable. I don't know if he's going to be that long-term successful to that, but
no, I think maybe 3-4 games, it's fine. But if you're talking like if Love was out the rest of the year, like to me, and it's not a knock on Tommy DeVito, he's like a novelty act.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You know, it's something that's marketable. You had the Chooch agent out there dressing like he's fucking Silvio Dante at the fucking bottom bit. But like a lot of people feeling that Jalen Carter's hit was dirty. I think it's just a matter of he's trying to make a play. He was trying to bring one way. Jordan Love went the other, and the knee said, fuck, I'm a pop right here. I don't think it was dirty. There's a lot of people saying different. Again, it's a matter of opinion. If you don't like my opinion on it, well,
the play was live, so the play wasn't dead. You know what I mean, dude? So it is what it is. It's one of those things that you're on the ground and the quarterback is still there. You're going for something. You're grabbing something. So he went down and he went for the legs. If you notice, he was going down at the same time and they grabbed the legs. Again, it's one of those things that, the knee, I mean, the ankle twist one way and the actual body went the other. So it's boom. Welcome to sports, man. Welcome to sports. You can't hit high anymore. So when you go low, they're also going to bitch at you.
Yeah. Welcome to the risk factor of playing in the NFL as any position player.
Yep. And again, look, the Eagles look good. Saquon definitely fit there well. AJ Brown, newly contract, beasted it out. You can say they're the most talented team to me in the NFL East. I mean, in the NFC East. Now, what about what you think of Thursday, man? Honestly, the Chiefs are the Chiefs. That's who they are. There is a reason why they drafted Xavier Worthy, and because Buffalo gifted to them. They could see what this kid can do. He didn't get a lot of volume, but we know what he could do when he gets he doesn't need a lot of opportunities, bro. You know what I mean? This guy's
how many benches he was sitting on in fantasy and got you 21 points, and it's wasted on the bench.
Yep. Just like Jaden Reed. Reed, man.
It's funny because people like, oh man, I'd Worthy on my bench. I should have started him. Playing fantasy is like making a parlay bet. Mm-hmm. There's a risk involved. Either the lineup you set hits or it doesn't hit. Like it's just as simple as that. But you got people messaging people in drafts in leagues like, why don't you tell me to start this guy? Who the fuck are you to message somebody to ask somebody, would you start this guy? It's one thing like if you message me, we're not in the same leagues together. So,
Yeah.
like, if you message me, it's one thing, but the guy you're playing against is messaging you like, hey, should I start Xavier Worthy? It's like,
Yeah,
hey, I
no.
don't know. You want me to bang your wife too while we're at this? Because, I mean, what the fuck? I'm not telling you who you should and shouldn't start if I'm playing against you. The goal is to beat you. Why am I going to help you? I'm not making this entertaining for you. Fuck off. But
No, it's funny, dude. People get stupid in fantasy leagues like they're actually running a real team.
But to the unknowledgeable Ravens fans out there that are blaming Spagnolo for getting away with calling a timeout, this is why you did not lose the game.
Hmm.
You lost the game because you have an anomaly and Derrick Henry,
Hmm.
and you only used him 13 times. Lamar had 122
Hmm.
yards. Now, if you brought in Derrick Henry and you have Justice Hill, which looked decent in this game as well, this should deter you from having to have Lamar run around.
Yeah.
But yet, it's still part of the offensive game plan.
Hmm.
And Lamar's other problem is he does not throw a pass in this game over 5 yards. Not once at all did he do that.
Well, he did. He hit Isaiah Likely on one nice drive though. That was good.
Like that was part of the other problem.
Yeah.
Roquan Smith got
Yeah.
exposed. You don't have Roquan Smith cover Rasheed Rice. Rasheed Rice
Yeah.
is a speedy wide
Yeah.
receiver on
Big.
and off the field.
Yeah.
Okay? Why is Roquan covering him? You see that Roquan Smith misses having Patrick Queen alongside of him.
Hmm.
That's what it is.
I think they're going to be fine anyway. As you also were facing the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs are with Patrick Mahomes. This Chiefs lineup and what Chiefs fans probably know, and the rest of the NFL needs to expect. You don't need Patrick Mahomes with this defense to throw 4 touchdowns anymore. Just let
No.
him pick at spots. Pacheco is a hell of a running back. I mean, he just runs angry. Did you see some of those plays? You see that touchdown? Did you see that catch when he rolled over? I mean, they have some really good pieces. And when Hollywood Brown comes back, they just got to get even stronger. You know what I mean? So here we go. Let me go to the comments real quick. Let's go to the comments real quick.
You are the unluckiest person in fantasy.
It's barely first Sunday. My tight end got his job stolen, and my QB snapped his knee. Is this guy you're playing against, Jim?
No, it's not. But but this is the risk of fantasy football.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not laughing because it happened to him. I'm just like, because it's like, this is what happens on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I feel bad for the guys. I'm sure he has a good team. But listen, I got Joe Burrow in my league and Patrick Mahomes. Figure that the fuck out.
Yeah. On-tame music. Thank you for the comment, brother. Let us know who, let us know who your TE. I'm assuming it's Mark Andrews is probably who he's referring to because Isaiah Likely got his ass kicked. I said, I like Isaiah Likely. If you go to my archives, he's one of my sleepers for this year, and I've been publicizing really good. And we even had that show when we spoke with whatchamacallit with Raven Sports. I really fucking pushed him up well. Yeah, definitely. He said, "Yep." He goes, "Yep, Mark." Yeah, there's some others. Hey, listen, go out there to next week and pick up. Depending on what happens this week, Jonnu Smith, you might have a good season because he's like the third wide receiver. That's it. They don't have anybody else after that. Check out Jonnu Smith, man. All right. Let's get on to the nitty-gritty, baby. Let's go preview every single game. Let's talk some, we're going to give you our best. If anything that we find that we say, hey, you know what, this is a good bet from our standpoint, we're going to go ahead and provide it to you. And then also I'm going to give you a parlay for you to play on. Actually, I even posted one on Twitter. No, not a parlay. I'm going to give you picks and you parlay whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? I might tell you what parlay you should do, but that's up to you at your own discretion.
Yeah.
You good. Look, he has Laporta too, so it's all good, buddy. It's all good. You're good. Don't ever play the 2 tight ends flex, though. It's never a good idea.
No.
And then we're going to talk some fantasy. So before we start, though, Jim, let me give you this is my boy Eric from That Damn Sports Network. And last night, this is what every father, every parent, or every football fan feels the night before the Week 1 NFL.
'Twas the night before football, and every smart man has been racking up points with the wife and the fam. Because now tomorrow, his schedule is clear. No, Dad, can you drive me? No, come fix this, dear. Our lineups are set as we fall into bed, where six-legged parlays all win in our head. When all of a sudden the ring camera said that Jolly John Madden has landed his sled. I looked to my window with shock in my eyes. Is the ghost of John Madden really outside? I served him some turkey and beer in a flash. He told us all stories of NFL past. But coach, we exclaimed, we don't know where to watch. Everyone's greedy. They've fucked it all up. And what to our wondering eyes should appear but a massive RV with 8 big screens from Sears. More rapid than Addison's new Lamborghini, he named off the places where football is streaming. On Spectrum, on Netflix, on Peacock and Hulu, on Prime, CBS, on Fox, and on YouTube. I've told you all now and I can't tell you twice. I'm fleeing the scene like our boy Rashee Rice. Ice up, Madden said, as he raised up one brow. 7 hours of commercial-free football start now.
Yeah, I told you that was going to be funny, dude.
I fucking love it.
This guy's amazing, dude. He did it a couple of years ago, and it was pretty fucking funny, but this is his best job. Check out Eric.
Very creative.
Yeah, he did, dude. This you can tell this is original, man. This guy. So check him out. He is also at that damn sports network. His name is Eric and Chris from Patriot Sports with Ari and Cricket this morning. They're blazing out some bets, but I needed to share this, man. So let's move on to our own stuff. Let me share this instead here. So, Jim, pretty much, man, let's cut down through this lineup. And, of course, the first game, and I'm not picking this on purpose. This happens to be what's up there in the whatchamacallit, in the website that I use, is the Steelers and the Falcons. My guy. What do you think of this game? The Steelers are actually a plus 3.5. The spread, it opened at plus 3.5. The spread is plus 4. They are the underdogs based on the Vegas odds. Plus 165 for the money line. Listen, give me your take. Is this right? Are the Steelers the underdog against the Falcons?
Well, we're taking over the city as a fan base, so as an underdog, I think maybe part of that is because you don't know who the hell's starting right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's the reason why.
Russell Wilson or it's going to be Justin Fields. I mean, but I think Vegas is basing this on Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
Having a phenomenal game.
Yep.
You know, Bijan going off, Drake London having a game, the emergence of Kyle Pitts.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. It only takes about 5 years to finally realize Kyle Pitts is still in the league, guys. Hashtag free Kyle Pitts still to this day.
It is. It's unfair to the poor guy, though, man. You know what I mean? His best year was with a fucking 40-year-old, quarterback. Yep. And then after that, it was like, oh, crap.
But, I mean, I don't think it's unfair to make the Steelers the underdog. And that's just being realistic.
Yep.
I mean, but if I were to bet this game, I would take the Steeler money line.
I would take the money line. That's plus 165. It's actually awesome. I'm okay with taking the spread as well on this one. I'm gonna leave the over under alone because I have no idea how the new offense is gonna look like. You know, sometimes you'll be like, oh, it's a new offense for the Falcons. They're both actually new offense for both teams. New offensive coordinators, that same stuff. New head coaches. But I'm gonna leave that alone. I think I'm gonna go with the spread on this one. I think I picked this game. I'm not sure, but there is some interesting props that I like here. Right. If you were gonna pick, give me one or two players anytime touchdown here. We got some good odds. I like Najee at plus 190.
That's one of them I would take, and I'm gonna give you one that many probably won't take.
Okay.
And it's because I'm wearing his jersey. Fryermuth anytime touchdown score because Arthur Smith actually utilizes tight ends in this offense.
Unless you're Kyle Pitts.
Unless you're Kyle Pitts. Pick the never anytime touchdown score because Kyle Pitts will get you money every time. And that's not no offense to Kyle Pitts. So
plus 420. I like that. I like that for sure. I like here. You know what else I like over here? Let me take a look. What do you think on? I'm not going to touch any of the props of the quarterbacks. I think that's like fuck that. That's like
Yeah,
throwing your money away. It's so uncertain.
for that.
Yeah, but definitely on rushing. I like Najee's over as well. 52 and a half at 110. That's nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
People are saying maybe I don't know, but I think Najee's going to get 14 plus carries, right?
yeah. Well,
Has
he's
to, right?
got
I think.
Jalen Warren's out, I think, still.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So I mean, I would go over on the Najee rushings. What do you think? Do you agree with that? And then also, I think I would go over as well on his rushing attempts.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? His rushing attempts today, I think he's going to eat. It's set at 13 and a half. I honestly, a minus 102, I would probably be able to parlay Najee both attempts
yeah.
and rushing yards, and I think you're going to get a plus 2. Actually, I could tell you right now, if we parlay Najee's over, you like the over, right?
Yeah.
That, and let me go ahead over here and look at yards, which I love. If you do that over 54 and a half, my friend, you are looking at a plus 105. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on a second. No, I'm sorry. You are looking at a plus 285 parlay. So you're going to get, nice return. You bet
Yeah.
$100 or you bet, for example, and I like to use simple numbers and nobody bet, a lot of people bet 100, but you could just say you bet $100 on this. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to make 185. You're going to make 285, but a profit of 185.
Yeah.
That's what I mean when it comes to that kind of stuff. So yeah, man, not a bad thing. Not a bad thing here, bro. I like that. So I like, well, who else? Any other sneaky play here that you may like today? I'm honestly, that's my two solid ones, man. I'm staying away from Pickens. I don't know how these offenses are going to look. We know we could definitely know that the running game is going to be on fire.
I'll give you a sleeper one because it just came to me. If they could pull off like a jet sweep with Calvin Austin, he's got the speed. If he could take off Calvin Austin for a sleeper anytime touchdown score. Absolutely. And I'm telling you now, if you bet it and you lose, don't say Jim from Cigar and Sports told me to do this, because I'm going to give you a disclaimer now. We are not responsible for your wins or your losses. This is just stuff we would do, and we are telling you, if you're going to do it, bet responsibly, and don't come after us because you ain't going to get shit anyway.
Yeah. No, like I said, you know what? There's some of these I'm going to bet, and we just kind of name them. But look, honestly, I would bet, like I said, I have in some of my parlays, I have Najee on the rushing yards, which I am betting Najee today, both ways. I am betting that I could tell you I am betting Najee. You're more than welcome. I think a 285 return, that's a good parlay today to start your day, man. A two-legged, don't get crazy. Put $20 on that bad boy, you know what I'm saying, man? And you're going to double it up. You're going to make $85, you know what I'm saying, dude? That's not bad. You know what I'm saying? Better than going, you can even get a lap dance for $20 anymore. You know what I'm saying, dude? So it's like.
Now you definitely can't get a lap dance for $20 no more.
And of course, fantasy-wise, look, and you could bet Bijan anytime touchdown as well, and the rushing yards. It's just the return on Najee is better. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to that kind of stuff. And if you want to throw the anytime tutty in there, go ahead. That just increase your odds, but I like to stay within 2 and 3. Fantasy-wise, I think Bijan is going to kill it today. And, your defense is really good, but I think Bijan is going to kind of eat today from a PPR standpoint because I think he's going to be a good scapegoat for Cousins when he's getting his ass rushed and that weak-ass line that they have. He's going to dump it off to Bijan today. I think he's going to be the guy that you lock in fantasy if you're playing DFS today, because he's also valued very freaking high. So he could be one of those players that is not going to get the defense matchup, and the fact that he's so expensive might deter people away. But those are the ones that you pick because not a lot of people in DFS do that. So, when it comes to daily fantasy, you want to pick the players that has the least that are rostered the least amount. That's how you win games. All right, let's delete this parlay here. Let's go back. Why don't we go on? Let's go take a look here, man. Let's go back into the NFL. Next game, Miami and Jacksonville. This is going to be fireworks, Jim. Miami's favored by 3.5. This line has not moved. It's stayed at 3.5, which means that, hey, just bet away. The over and under 49.5. I like this game because Miami starts out the year like a house of fire. You know what I mean? Especially at home. Now, the reason why I think both teams, I think this is going to be a high scoring game, is because even though Jacksonville lost some weapons, they're also from Florida, so they're used to the heat. And I think they're just going to come out firing. They know Miami. They have to punch Miami in the mouth, running the football, and then exposing that weak ass secondary.
Yeah. And the other thing is, don't try to stop or contain Tyreek Hill because you're not going to. So you shut down Jalen Waddle. You shut down A-Chain out of the backfield catching balls. You shut down Mozart. You got to get pressure to Tua. Is the way Jacksonville comes out winning this game. And our picks on Steel and Teal, I went with Jacksonville because of that philosophy right there.
Mm-hmm. Actually,
you might not have Jalen Ramsey in the secondary today.
Nope.
You don't have OBJ playing. Shocker there. Guy gets a contract, never plays.
They got to play it again.
I think Trevor Lawrence could just outduel. I think he can outduel Hawk Tua fucking Tonga Viola today.
Honestly, dude, here's the thing. I'm staying away from the game. I am touching the total. I am taking the over with my eyes closed. Miami is one of the teams that went over, especially at the beginning of the year, on every freaking game they played to start the season. I like that 49.5 because of what all the factors you just mentioned from the defensive side. Believe it or not, Jalen Waddle has the softest matchup. All right. One of the softest matchups in the NFL today ahead. So I actually like Waddle going off more than Tyreek in this game because he's also not only affordable in fantasy, but also he's also very nicely priced here. So I like the over on this one. I would pick the Miami money line just to like kind of get out the way. I would stay away from the spread, even though the spread is also very bettable. But my choice, I love the over here minus 110. You know what I'm saying? I think there's going to be a lot of points being scored here. And you talk about A-Chain, right? I like that. I like that anytime touchdown with A-Chain, brother. Plus 1.5. I got him actually in my I focus on this game. I like plus 115 for A-Chain because I think A-Chain early on it's gonna be feature, man. And this guy, if he doesn't get hurt, he's fast. He is the number one running back for this team, regardless of what Mostert did last year. I like that. And again, I like Waddle as well. Not for an anytime touchdown, but and I'm looking at values, right? Because 1 plus 115 pays you well. You like that? You like A-Chain for an anytime touchdown here? Who else you like?
I would take A-Chain. You definitely got to take Tyreek Hill anytime. Yep. That's a no-brainer.
Yep. It's 120 him. So the obvious ones that I don't go too crazy on, but if you got to parlay somebody for a short, you put Tyreek in there. No doubt about it.
There's really no, but I would even maybe put Mozart in for any time.
Yeah, you could also, if it's going to be a blowout, multiple running backs are scoring here.
Yeah.
I
don't see it being a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. And people, you do a show with a Jags fan, so you have to say it. No, I don't have to say it. It's just a matter of opinion. I just think Jacksonville defensively has improved this year. Like as far as off-season acquisitions through their draft, they've improved. You brought in more weapons offensively for Trevor Lawrence. I just feel there's a lot of upside with Jacksonville. The only thing that sucks is that now they are in a getting tougher division because now you have to worry about Houston.
So here's the thing. I also like ATN for anytime touchdown here. I like A-Chain more. If you want to get ballsy and kind of combine both of these to get a single game parlay, I would probably do ATN here as well. I like ATN here because he's going to get featured on. Remember, they lost some wide receiver depth, so I think ATM is going to be all over the fucking place if he doesn't get hurt. Yeah. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I would take ETN for anytime TD as well.
Now, let's go on here. I'm not going to go crazy on the rushing because it's a little, they both running backs here are more of like big play explosive. Yeah. But what I'm looking at, let's go to the wide receivers. And like I said, I love Waddle's line here for over and under. I think he's going to go over 66 yards. If you want to tease that down, you still get some good value. I like Waddle to go over. You know who else I like over, which I am booking more than Waddle? Evan Ingram. He is your number one receiver in that team. Now that Calvin Ridley is gone. I know Brian Thomas and all this bullshit. He's a rookie. First game. Over 45 for the guy that led your team in targets, receptions, And I mean, that's nice. I think that's almost a must if you want to throw him in there for some type of parlay. Who else do you like here from the receiving end?
Well, for fantasy standpoint, I need Brian Thomas to do something because
Yeah.
I'm risking it. I'm starting him. So I think I got him started. I don't know. I gotta check when we're done with this. But I think Brian Thomas, I mean, he'll definitely get some catches today. I
Yeah.
don't know about the touchdown, but I think he'll put up some numbers because everybody's going to expect Lawrence to go to the security blanket. That's evident.
Yep.
But I think, and they're going to try to shut down Christian Kirk and Gabe Davis, which is going to leave Brian Thomas one-on-one.
Well, but Gabe Davis shutting down it's you can go out there and tee him up.
Yeah, you could just literally cover him one-on-one. He's shut down because there's a reason why he's called Big Game Gabe because he only has 1 or 2 big games.
Yep.
That's why he's not in Buffalo no more.
One more receiving yards. This is going to be an easy a token because I think he's a third wide receiver in that team. I think Jonnu Smith is going to kill that 25.5 yards.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah. He is going to be featured more than most people thought, especially that if you think about it, dude, that's it, man. They have is Tariq and Waddle. And we seen Waddle's injury career. I mean, injuries history. I mean, I honestly, it's going to be one of those things. There's not going to be a lot left. Burials and all that kind of shit. They don't have anything after that. Really. Ryan Craycraft. It's just those two. So I think don't be surprised if John also gets you an inside a nice one of those touchdowns today. Because it's through the roof.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like and reception wise, I think he might catch over 2.5 catches again. So I'll keep my eye on that. But my locks here for sure. If you're doing fantasy, dude, I am actually picking. If you're doing, and I'm talking about mainly daily fantasy. And if regular season, everybody has their lineup set already. But I would play Waddle over Tyreek Hill because the price difference is like almost $2,000, dude. You know what I mean? And I think he's gonna have as much attention thrown to him today, and the value per dollar is so much better. When it comes to fantasy. So I have him. I'll be locking his ass up in almost every lineup if I'm doing multiple, one of those, 10 cents, 15 cents lineups where you play like 50 of them.
Yeah.
So I'll have him in all my lineups today. Again, let's go back. Let's see what else. Let's go back to the next game, man. We're trying to get through these. We got a lot of games today. And of course, my Giants and the Vikings, baby. Jim,
I would stay
the floor first.
I'd stay away from anything in this fucking game.
Yes.
This is literally you have a quarterback that sees ghosts, one that gets tripped by a ghost. I would pick absolutely nothing in this game. I literally, if I didn't have to, I wouldn't even watch this game, to be quite honest. But it's football; everybody's gonna watch it. But the question is, does Darno even get Jefferson the ball?
I think he will.
Unless it's like on one of those short passing attempts and then he just manages to juke his way out for extra yards. I think it's the only way Jefferson's going to get his yardage today.
The coach has to come up with plays. Jefferson has to get the ball. That's why Jefferson, last year he went through a carousel of quarterbacks and still when he came back from injury and killed it, he will get him the ball. Maybe not as good as Kirk Cousins, and he might get him killed, but he's going to get him the ball. I'm like you. I hate everything in this game. But I was a Giants fan. I gotta pick a winner.
Well, yeah, you do. But like if I'm the Vikings, I would have friggin' reached out and brought Josh Dobbs back and had him start this because then I would sit there and actually say, all right, well, you could go with this, or you could go with that, or you could do this. But listen, if I gotta pick a winner of this game, I'll pick the Giants.
Me too. I have to pick the Giants. Game one, first game of the season by nature.
Because they are in the tri-state area, so they not play in New York. They play in New Jersey.
They're Jersey. Actually, picking the money line here at plus 100 is probably a way to go. Even if it's money line or spread is so minimal. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Definitely not touching the game total is probably going to be under because both. Look, there is one quarterback room worse than the Giants, and that's the Vikings. Okay, you have freaking Darnold. Mullins as your backup, and I forget who the third guy is. We have Dimes, Drew Lock, and Tommy DeVito. So I think our quarterback room is just slightly better. You know what I'm saying? They do have better position players, the Vikings do, but like I said, here I'm not touching anything. If I would say bet something, and if you're playing a 2 quarterback league or whatever the case may be, from daily fantasy, I'm not touching anybody here. Maybe my league neighbors because he's at 6,300 on if you want to build a lineup or you need somebody cheap. Maybe, but you're right. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And if I was gonna grab a bet here that I need to slide in there, believe it or not, I would probably take Daniel Jones rushing yards because we know that Daniel Jones does freaking rush the football, and he might do that a lot because he's so rusty. You know how he did for his first game? It's 27.5. All right, rushing yards. I would take that. It's actually at 110. Not bad odds. I would probably throw that in there if I was going to bet something in this game because like he did last year against Dallas, man. They had a great first drive until they clanked it, and after that, never saw him again. He is going to take off a lot. You know what I mean? And 5 yards here, 7 yards here. That's the only thing I'm comfortable with here. Not comfortable with, Singletary over 54.5. Not comfortable with Aaron Jones of 55.5 either. When it comes to receiving, probably the safest bet here is Jefferson's going to get his. You know what I mean? I probably go with Jefferson's receiving yards, but I wouldn't trust it. It's one of those things that I don't trust 100%. You know what I mean?
That's me because of the QBs.
Yeah, exactly. Because of the quarterbacks. But I'm taking the Giants today, baby. I'm going to go with the money line. I'm taking the fucking Giants. Let's go. It's the only time of the year that I could confidently say I'm taking a New York team. So, all right, let's go on to the next game. Tennessee and the Bears. The Bears.
Oh, God. Nail boy versus fucking fingernail paint.
Painting boy. Pink fingernail boy.
There is a lot of upside in this game. Believe it or not, from the Bears standpoint, because now it's the regular season. Now we get to see what Khalid Williams really is.
He looked good in the preseason, but let's see what happens against frontline guys.
But here's the thing. The same plays he was making in preseason, there was another quarterback doing that in Chicago, and he'll be starting for the Steelers today. So for Bears fans that were getting all orgasmic about, look what he did on this play. Oh, okay, so he extended the play. Justin Fields never did that, right? Okay, right. Okay. No quarterback's ever extended a play a day in their life. Yeah, I forgot. Only Khalid Williams can do that. I forgot.
Shout out to my boy Frank. We call him Frank the Tank. He is in my fantasy league. This is my family fantasy league. Actually, he's family. He likes to he talks mad trash too, bro. Shout out to Frank the Tank. His team name is Galamad on Wednesday. You might know. You're definitely gonna get that one right. Galamad on Wednesday. There we go.
I mean, is he wrong with that comment though?
No, he's not. He's not. Fuck you, Frank. All right. All right. Look. One thing I like about this game, though, man, I would take the spread on the Titans here. You know what I mean? Look, Caleb's first game. If I was gonna bet this, one of the games I would stay away from. Definitely, like I said, the Dolphins game, I'm cool with it. I like the Steelers game as well. But this one, yeah, that's my boy, man. Love you too, bro. But yeah, we actually have. I like the Titans here. This is another game I would bet. I would bet the spread on the Titans. Stay away from the total. And I think Keenan Allen is banged up. He's in true form.
Yeah.
Right? He's in true form right now.
Season hasn't even started, already questionable. But so are a lot. T. Higgins for Cincinnati's questionable.
That's
too.
right. That's right. And then Jamar Chase is questionable as well. We don't know if he's going to suit up either. So, and we'll talk about that again when we get to.
All of a sudden, he has an illness. When he says he'll put it out of contract, but now he's got an undisclosed illness. Yeah, okay. Yeah, undisclosed these nuts.
He was hanging out with you, drinking a beer, and he got the stomach virus. That's what it was.
He wasn't hanging out with me. You never see me hang out with Jamar Chase.
So, yeah, that's true. I forgot. Same division. So, from a prop standpoint, right, I'm going to stay away from anytime touchdowns here because it could go to anybody. So it's kind of like throwing a dart on the floor, on the board here.
There's one I'll go with.
Who?
Spears.
Oh, okay. I like that. Spears. I got Spears and so much stuff, but plus 333, 320. That's good. That's good return.
I would go with him.
Okay. here's where I like about this game, and I may have some action out of this. Some players here. No, not passing. Fuck passing. I'm staying away from the quarterbacks here today. When it comes to receiving, DJ Moore, 60.5 with Keenan Allen out of the mix. Perfect. Also, I like DJ Moore in fantasy and daily fantasy because he's also very, very cheap for a mid-tier wide receiver. Calvin Ridley can be one of those guys if you don't have a lot of money to throw him in there. But I like DJ Moore's over, especially if Keenan Allen. They say he's going to be very limited, so I don't think Keenan Allen's going to play a lot today.
No.
And you know who else I like from a passing standpoint, from a receiving standpoint? I like Tajay Spears. Tajay caught the football a lot and over 15.5 yards. I like me some Tajay Spears that I could throw in there, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's very simple because when you do something like this, right, you want to go ahead and let's go ahead and make this example. Let's take the over on Tajay's receiving yards. Boom. Let's take the over on, and we got to make a nice little example. Let's take the over on DJ Moore's, boom, receiving yards. And you say you like anytime tutty for
Spears, yep.
The Spears? Listen, if you want to pull that, the return is out of this world. All right? Let me just get Spears over here. What the hell is Spears, man? Oh, I went way too low. I'm sorry. Spears is this actually because you don't know who's gonna be like the guy that's gonna get all the touches. It's by committee. All right, let me see here. Come on. Why is this not working? Let me see here. I got parlay. Boom. 3-word parlay. Look at this. This 3-word parlay because of the touchdown. All right, it's plus 1369, 13-1. All right, 13-1. If you risk $10 on this, you could make 136. Not bad returns, right, Jim? Now, again, the biggest factor here is, it's the fact that you have Spears anytime touchdown, which is rough. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do that. However, you could take him out and just use Spears and Ridley. You're still going to get a very nice return on the 2-leg parlay. Yeah. So I think the touchdown is if you want to go ahead and throw $10 in there for nothing, 136 for $10, great return. And listen, it's not out of this world, man. This guy is one of those guys that can take a 10-yard run for a touchdown. You know what I mean? And when he comes to actually catching it. So look, last year he was the reason why the carries were less and less. He is the second year back. I mean, Pollard is Pollard. But this is Spears' running back room. I think both guys are going to be used in a very nice way.
Yeah, I think they will be. I don't see Ridley doing
much.
I don't see him doing much.
Now, Mayo boy does throw the football. Mayo likes to throw the football. He does have a good arm.
Yeah, I'll give him that. But is it accurate is the other thing.
You know what else I will take? We'll find out today. You know what else I will take here? Excuse me. I got ice in my mouth. So professional. It just slid in my fucking mouth when I was drinking my water. I would take one prop here with Caleb, his rushing yards, because I think Caleb is going to be game one. I think he's going to be running for his life a little bit. I don't think that offensive line is that good, and I think Caleb Williams over 18.5. I think that's pretty doable. Pretty doable. You know what I'm saying?
That's one I could agree. I would throw that in there. If I was going to do one, I would definitely throw that in there.
I mean, you could actually go with take away the anytime touchdown, throw Spears, Jones, Moore, and this one for all overs, and you probably have like a 5-1, plus 500, plus 600 odds here. So it's whatever your flavor is. We're just putting the toppings out there. It's like the self-serve. You know what I'm saying? Are these new ice cream spots or the whatever Menchie's? I don't know if you know what that is, where you go in there and you serve yourself and you add all the toppings and then you weigh the shit and then you have so much fucking money. It's kind of like a parlay, bro. The more crap you throw in there, the higher the value, but also the more expensive it's going to get because you may not win.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next one, man. Let me see here where we are at here, my friend. Let's go back to the main screen. We got the Bears and we're 4 games in. Carolina and the Panthers. Interesting, right?
Well, no, Carolina. No, Carolina. Who? Oh, the Saints.
Yeah, the Saints. Carolina. I'm sorry, Carolina Panthers and the Saints.
Oh,
I
God.
don't like anything here except for maybe. I'm not gonna touch this game with a 10-foot pole. I don't know if some people are.
I would not take. There's nothing in this game that would excite me other than. The only thing I would want to see is did Carolina improve from last year? But I wouldn't bet anything in this game. Nothing. I would bet not a thing. Nothing at all. I wouldn't touch anything. I mean, if you want to go for actually maybe one thing, Chris Olave over yards.
Okay.
Maybe that's about the only surefire thing.
And a Kamara anytime touchdown.
Well, is Kamara even playing? Because Saints fans put out there he's put up his house for sale in New Orleans. So I mean, who knows? As soon as somebody puts up their house for sale, they're not playing for that team no more. Apparently.
Jim, breaking news. Breaking effing news right now, my guy.
Justin Fields.
No, not Justin Fields. I got to move my breaking news alert. I need to switch back here to Tariq Hill has been detained outside of the stadium. He has been arrested.
Didn't pay child support.
Probably. But I got a picture of somebody that put it in. My he's at the game. Actually, one of my league mates here. Shit. He said I think it was speeding. I don't know if you could see that, but
what's this? Scotty Scheffler all over again?
Yeah, I think so. Take a look. There is Tariq Hill on the ground.
Wait, for speeding, he's got to be on the fucking ground?
I don't know, bro.
Okay, I don't make that make sense.
Let me, I need to let me go ahead and look. And also, Adam Schefter as well just announced it too. Let me look at the notifications here.
That changes a lot of things in that game now if he doesn't play.
Absolutely.
A lot. That alters a lot of fantasy leagues, parlays, the Vegas lines.
Mm-hmm.
You may see because of that, it may shift in Jacksonville's favor.
Let me share what Adam Schefter just posted literally 2 minutes ago. Let me go ahead and share the screen before we go back. Right here, this is what he said. He sent a tweet 3 minutes ago saying Dolphins wide receiver was detained by police today entering the stadium for a driving violation per his agent, Drew Rosenhaus. He said, but Rosenhaus said he will play. Drew Rosenhaus just left Tariq Hill and he's getting ready to play. So maybe it's just maybe.
Okay, but if you're going to play, then why is he on the ground laying there like he fucking committed multiple fucking felonies?
I don't know. Man.
Is that how they do it in Miami? Because in New York, you could speed and no cop ain't even stopping you no more. They don't give a fuck.
Nah, here you can stop. So, Miami is the number one capital of DUIs, pretty much. You know what I mean, dude? Because everybody here has to drive and everybody drinks. There's so much partying going on.
Yeah. So,
yeah. I got a message from who? I don't know. Hold on a second. Now that I'm here, I'm worried about this. I'm getting like a messages alert here like there's no tomorrow. All right, let's go back to but yeah, man. But hopefully he's gonna play. Let me see another one over here. Let me see. Oh, so hopefully they're saying he's gonna play. All right, let's go back to this. If he doesn't play, then you're right. That's gonna fuck my bet, dude. I already placed that bet. Be over.
It's all right. You should get some sort of insurance on it.
Yeah, no, fuck that. The damn the sports book I use. Come on, man. I'm from
I got that for Bijan Robinson last year. Remember?
Yeah.
When they said Bijan was sick, wasn't playing because they put him in the last 45 fucking seconds. I said it's bullshit because they put him as not playing, and then all of a sudden because they put him in for 45 seconds, somebody's gonna yeah, okay. DraftKings wound up doing the right thing. They gave me a $20 credit, and they voided the bet out, and then I won whatever the parlay was minus like $50 or whatever it would have been. So, I mean, they did do the right thing there, but it took a lot of fucking arguing to do that. I'm like, no, you listen, fuckface. Like, this is what you're going to do, or you just lose a customer. That's it. Like, I'm giving you more money than what the fuck I'm winning. You would maybe want to take care of me a bit? You want to give me a little fucking, scratch my back, I scratch yours here type thing, or in Watson's case, you rub my balls, I get off.
Yeah, there we go. Brian, I'll bring you a towel. One of the two. Going back to this game. Alvin Kamara anytime touchdown is one of the things that I probably touch here, and I do like the Olave over yards. Now, just because, come on, man, you telling me that you won't pick your boy here, former Steeler great Butterfingers, Deontay
Is,
Johnson?
is there a parlay for drops?
Yeah,
Because if there is, over under 5, I would say under.
yeah.
He'll drop 4. And that's the other thing. Like with Deontay, real quick, he wasn't as bad as Steeler fans made him out to be.
Yeah.
But then there's just certain incidents that occurred that made him look bad. And then for people to argue we should have never traded him, he didn't want to
Be here.
stay here because he knew he was not going to get another extension.
No, he
He
didn't want
asked
here.
for his trade. Okay, so to clarify that, but you know what though, I probably would.
You could.
I probably
He's the
think-
only receiver worth a shit there. He's gonna be He's gonna be the number one target because he's a big guy.
I would,
You know,
I would take him. What's the yards?
52 and a half. I think it's doable.
I'll take the. I would risk taking the for that for 52 yards. I would take the over.
And actually, believe it or not, let me see his receptions.
Because having him,
He's gonna get 5 receptions.
having him takes the pressure off of having just give it to Thielen.
Yep.
So
And look
I
at Thielen's number is even better. His receptions are 3.5, set of 3.5. I think that's also very doable. Yeah.
yeah, that's doable.
See, we find some nuggets, man, everywhere we go.
Yeah,
Everywhere we go, man. That's how we get down, bro.
we
You know,
find
they never seen this side of us, bro. We're giving people shit instead of well, we always give people shit, but you know, we actually give them something they could use.
yeah, and we're not offending anybody. So
No, we're not, except for Tariq Hill, who probably I think he definitely.
we didn't even offend Tariq Hill. But think
No,
about it,
you're
this is 2 episodes in a row. We didn't offend anybody. Did anybody have that on their friggin' sports podcast bingo card this year?
No,
Probably.
nope, nobody. But we need to start offending some people, man, because it's getting boring.
Oh, don't worry. There's a game coming up.
There we go. Buffalo and Arizona. Buffalo and Arizona.
Ooh, this one's actually a sexy matchup.
And the spread plus 6.5 for the Cardinals. I honestly think the Cardinals can beat the Buffalo Bills. And if they lose, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a very close game. I like the spread on this one, Jim. I'm not going to lie.
Buffalo's lost a lot of key pieces.
Mhm.
Defensively, Matt Milano's out.
Mhm.
That hurts you. You don't have Diggs. You don't have Diggs there anymore. I mean, you have James Cook in the backfield, which I think was the right way to go.
Yep.
Uh,
No, I'm cool with that.
Josh Allen's going to keep you in this game.
Yep. He's going to
Whether
run the
it's
shit
by
out of the football.
But we don't know what Kyler Murray's going to be after being out for a whole year. Like we don't know. But let's not act like he doesn't have weapons either. You got James Conner there still,
Yep.
who is great running the ball and
Yep.
catching out of the backfield.
Mhm.
We don't know what Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be.
He's going to be an
If he's going to be anything like his father,
He's gonna
watch
be an
out.
animal. He's gonna be an animal.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Not just that. Trey McBride. So Kyler finished the year last year when he came those 5 or 6 games. He finished out really strong. Him and Trey and McBride, which I like in this game as well, are animals, bro. First and foremost, I think let's go to anytime scoring touchdowns. I think Allen is gonna get one. So I like that plus 100. I would probably bet that. That's a risk, but it's a high risk because he is gonna be the offense. You just mentioned that. You know who else I like is anytime touchdown here? James Conner. Because I think they got to feature him like a motherfucker because Buffalo was really bad at stopping the run last year.
I would
like
even take anytime touchdown Connor and his over on yards.
Yep, well, we're gonna get to that one, but absolutely yards and rushing attempts. With that being said, I love Connor so much that I'm spreading him in my DFS lineups as well. He's affordable, you know what I'm saying, dude? So you could put him. He's a mid-tier kind of guy. I think he's like at 6,300 or something like that. He is sexy today when it comes to DFS and also when it comes to betting, dude. He is one of my favorite guys to actually put money on today from all standpoints. No homo, okay? You know, I'm sorry, no Diddy. You know what I'm saying, dude? So
Diddy was spotted in Harlem the other day.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. What was he doing in Harlem? Was he trying to pedal
I don't
something, bro? I mean,
I don't know what he was doing, but him showing up in Harlem, it was almost as bad as when Alpo showed up back in Harlem again. For those who, if you know, you know. If you ever seen Paid in Full, if you
uh-huh.
know, no,
You
because when
know.
Alpo showed up, Alpo was dead.
Going back to Connor, man, I like him. Like I said in daily fantasy, and I like him on a like I said, anytime touchdown here. I also like Trey. I also like Trey McBride because that was him and Trey Kyler and Trey McBride last year made a lot. I mean, that's why Trey McBride was so highly drafted this year in fantasy. They made a
Yeah,
lot more connection. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. I like that. And with that being said, there's a lot more value here, man, to actually put some money on. Let's go to the rushing upside. Like I said, like we mentioned, I like Connor over 55 and a half. I think they're just giving us money on the rushing yards.
well, yeah, it's the first
Yeah.
week. It's not like you could
Yep.
do it like week 8, and it's like, all right, Connor
Yep.
to rush over 95 fucking
Yep.
yards.
And
I mean,
listen, yeah.
every every over under is going to be very midline for the
Hmm.
first, I would say, 2-3 weeks. After that, listen, if you can make a lot of money in the first 3 weeks, after that, do yourself a favor, walk away.
Yep. Check this out.
Don't take your profit, go buy the wife something because, well,
Hmm.
especially you, man, because I'm sure you're in
Yeah.
trouble. Uh,
Yeah, no, I know. I did pay for a weekend at Disney last week, so it's all good, man. I stayed here, but they went to Disney, so that's the reason
so you're
why I'm
still
going to go to.
somewhat because you're staying behind.
Yeah, somewhat I'm screwing. Not 100%.
Uh,
No, but look at this. Look at this parlay. What do you think of this parlay? I honestly single game parlay. I like this. James Conner over on yards, rushing yards. Josh Allen over on rushing yards because he's going to be rushing the ball a lot. Kyler Murray over on rushing yards because he rushes the football too.
yeah.
55, 33. You pick those three, bet yourself 15 American dollars, and you can make 85 bucks, bro. Plus 568. If you want to be bossing and put $100, you're gonna make yourself $168. Bet whatever you want. Don't bet on three of them. Just bet two. Honestly, I think all these three can hit, and any of these three can hit at any time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even adding a damn anytime touchdown here, bro. Because if I do, this shit goes over 1,000. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that? Let's do it anytime, Teddy. Give me which one. Actually,
You know what? Let's go with
give me one of them. Who do you like? And we'll throw them
you
in
want
for four-legged.
you want to go for a sleeper one?
Yeah, no. Give me one that you think is gonna hit because it's a sleeper one. We will bet separate. You know what I'm saying? Give me one out of this game that you think it's almost 100%.
James Cook.
James Cook for real. Okay, at plus 120. This four-legged parlay brings it to plus 1369, 1,069. So if you want to go in there and put $10 in this bad boy, you're gonna make $136 on this four-legged right here. All right, you want to make a hundo? Here you go, bro.
Yeah.
136. And I think Cook, and let's take Cook out the way. All right. And add, we said Connor. Connor even sweets it up a little more. Plus 1637. You know what? Let's take Connor out. Because it's kind of high, right? Let's add Josh Allen. Josh Allen still brings it over at 1102. Lots of money. I think this game has some nuggets, bro. I think Connor is a big piece of this on rushing yards. I would probably take out, let's say if you don't feel comfortable with the both quarterbacks rushing prop, which I do, you could go with Harris's rushing prop as well. You know what I mean? And replace that. I think Connor's gonna have a big day today. Actually, you know what I like more than Connor's rushing props? I like Connor's freaking rushing attempts. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I know they drafted the rookie Trey Benson, but Connor is gonna rush in more than 13 yards today. It is set at 12 and a half rush.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yep. All right, man. And are you with me? You like the spread on this one? I like the spread. The spread looks sexy. Plus 6.5 Cardinals. So I think if they lose, they're not going to lose by that much. They're not going to lose by a touchdown.
No, I think even if they lose, they'll cover the spread because
Buffalo's offense is sucks nowadays.
the thing I realized the other day, I was bored at work. So you know what I did? I watched Kyler Murray highlights. Because I'm like, you know what? Because somebody messaged me to you've been a little unfair to Kyler Murray. I don't think I'd really ever bash more than call him Baby Yoda or whatever, but okay. even though he's a small quarterback, we've seen smaller quarterbacks become successful, like Drew Brees.
Mhm.
But I just feel Kyler Murray's very elusive because of his height.
Yep. And he gets
And
away, and he has a strong arm.
side, he's got a strong arm, and
Mhm.
he's fast.
Yep.
But the question is, not coming back from that, from his
Yeah.
ACL, whatever it was, is it fully 100%
Mhm.
where he can run at 100% and get you a 20, 30-yard scramble out of the pocket? We'll
And
have to
because
see.
he's a small guy, that's the risk you take. Every time you run, you got to get hit like a running back.
Yeah.
Now, he's a hell of a slider, bro. He could slide like a fucking baseball player.
Well, he also is a baseball.
I know. That's what I said. All right, bro. Let's move on to the next game. All right, let's move on to the next game. And also, like I said, James Conner is also big on fantasy for me today. He's very affordable. All right, we are going to Cincinnati and New England. You talk about a fucking dumpster fire here. There's so much uncertainty. We don't know if Chase is going to play. Higgins is banged up. New England is going to start Jacoby Brissett. I mean, and they have nothing else. I'm not staying so away from this game on any level possible. Yes, some people like looking for savings in this game, but shit, it sucks.
Yeah, I would bet nothing.
Yeah.
And like if you're New England and you drafted Drake May, just fucking start him.
Here's the thing, man. They don't want to damage him, bro. And I kind of agree a little bit because, dude, it's a shitty O line, man. And when you do that to a quarterback, and I think he has the tools, right? It just, man, you gotta put him out there to get his ass kicked. I think they want him to get adjusted to this. He's gonna start, no doubt about it. But they want him to get adjusted to the speed of the NFL, right? Before he gets his ass kicked on a single night. That's what's gonna happen. I think by default, they're gonna give Jacoby Brissett 4 games. But by default, because he's going to get hurt, because that's what Jacoby Brissett does, he'll be in either by the second half of today's game or by the next game or by the third game in the season. It's not going to take long. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. At least give the kid some sanity in the meantime before he goes behind that dumpster fire of a team and no offense. Look, I like the Mario Douglas and Ramondre Stevenson are the only 2 players from that team that I like on the offensive side. You know what I mean?
There's one sleeper anytime touchdown I would risk.
Okay. Who's that?
The tight end of Cincinnati, Andre Io, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah. Let me see here. Cincinnati. Well, they got Mike Gesicki. They got Mike Gesicki in there too. Andre Losivas.
Yep. Because Burrow likes to go to him too.
Yep.
So that's about the only thing I touch.
I maybe.
There's nothing. I would not take the money line. I would not take over under. I wouldn't take this Joe Burrow come out to Cody Rhodes theme song.
Yeah.
None of that shit. None of it.
I don't know if maybe Ramondre Stevenson. From a fantasy standpoint, if you need somebody that's gonna eventually give you a sleeper shot, and because on DFS you gotta like pick some low players so you could spend up. Maybe him. I think throughout the season, Ramondre, if it's healthy, we know what he could do. He'll be a nice with Drake May in there. He'll be a nice addition. So is Gibson, but shit, man, they don't have nothing. DeMario Douglas is maybe the guy if you want to go for, because he's a slot guy. He's gonna catch a lot of short passes. You know what I mean? Maybe on receptions, but you're right. This is one of those games that dumpster fire all the way. It should be a sure win for Cincinnati, right? But we don't know what the hell is going on with that Cincinnati lineup. I'm afraid of touching anything without Jamar Chase or Higgins knowing for sure. You know what I mean? No, there's no Joe Mixon. All right, You got Chad Brown and Zach Moss. Let's see. It's a lot of uncertainty in this team, and you're right. Let's just move on for this shit. I don't think it's worth us spitting anymore on this one. Here's a nice one: Houston and Indiana. All right, we saw what this is nice. This is very nice.
There's a lot.
Yashimash. There you go.
There's a lot you can touch in this game. That's for sure.
Yep. Honestly, I like the Texans. I think spread wise, I could go with the spread or the money line if you feel comfortable. I like the Texans in this game to win. So I feel comfortable money line or spread. It's only 3. I think this game is I kind of like the over as well of 49 points. It all depends on how
Richardson performs.
Richardson performs, and we know what Richardson can do because short sample size. We know what he
Yes.
could do, and honestly, when it comes to prop betting, dude, his anytime touchdown at plus 120, that's a possibility. He rushes the football a lot. That's why he got hurt. I think I like Jonathan Taylor plus 100 anytime touchdown here too. I think this is a very, very doable prop as well.
Yeah.
Anytime touchdown after this, it's hard to predict from a receiver standpoint because you got so many good wide receivers in Houston. Tank Dell, Nico, and now Stephon Diggs. I honestly think Stephon Diggs is the third best wide receiver in this team.
Yeah, without a doubt he is.
You know what I mean? He has to be on. Nico had a breakout season, second year with CJ Stroud, second year with also. And believe it or not, from the quarterback play, man, I actually like because he did it so much last year. I like CJ Stroud's passing completions. I think he's definitely going to complete over 22 and a half. I would actually pick that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
From Richardson, not touching his passing numbers. I mean, I don't know if let's just see something that I don't feel comfortable after being hurt for that long. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, no, I think with Richardson they're gonna ease him back in. I think you're gonna see a lot of Taylor to start the game, and then as it progresses, maybe then they'll open up the pass game a little bit more. Then you'll see a little bit of Pittman Jr. in there. And
in this case, the rushing prop is a little high for me for Richardson or 42 and a half, but we know that's what he did last season. So I would, I wouldn't mind touching that if that was the other thing. That's where I probably, if the only thing I'm going to touch Richardson on, in addition to maybe an anytime touchdown for Richardson.
Yeah, I would if I were to put money on, I would risk it.
Yeah, me too.
Because the biggest risk is the one you didn't take, and if you ain't in it to win it, then
you could use this one. And again, folks, we're giving you a lot of different what we think you could hit from a standpoint here, from a lot of different bets is what we would pick in this game if we were betting. Obviously, we're not betting every single one of them. It's up to you. Take your picks, take our advice, put them whichever way you see fit. We're giving you a lot of information, so you do whatever the hell you want with it. Look, you hear me? Jim, you still there? Jim, you froze. All right, Jim froze right now. It looks like he's having some issues here with the with his camera, whatever the case may be. So I guess I'm solo. Let's jump on to the next game. We have some technical difficulties with Jim. Hey, Jim, can you hear me? Nope, Jim cannot hear me. Let me kick him out. Let me make sure that everything's working. We have some technical difficulties right now with, he's out. He's coming back in. Let me just check to make sure that our live is working well. Let me go back to, yep, there we go. It just, oh, hello. Yeah, I'm live. I'm still live. Jim will be back shortly, boys and girls. All right, moving on to the next game. The show must go on. Before I leave the Houston and Colts game, I like Tank Dell's receiving yards, the over at 50 and a half. I think that's very freaking doable. That's going to be a given. This guy's way too talented to not have that much. He's also one of those big long plays. There you go, Jim. You're back, baby. You're back. Now? Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, I'm doing this without the headphones. Fuck it.
Okay. All right, not bad. All right. Oh, before one thing I said, Jim, I also like Tank Dell's receiving yards in this one. It's a set of 50 and a half. Yeah. I think that's they're printing money for us here. All right, let's see.
The government's printing money for the Ukraine, so
no, Ukraine and everybody else, except for us here. Right. Denver and Seattle. Not a fan of what I like here at all. There is an under that I want to pick in this game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole when it comes to the spread and stuff like that. Even though a lot of people are picking Denver, taking like the spread on Denver. I don't know why. It's kind of ludicrous for me.
Yeah, Seattle's just a better team.
Yeah, but you know what I like here though, from a prop standpoint, Jim, I actually like here. Let's go to passing. I actually like Bo Nix passing completions. I think Bo Nix is going to complete under 18 and a half passes. And also Geno Smith. I think both quarterbacks suck. Geno's flash in the pan to me. Maybe not Geno, but I think Bo Nix is not going to get that many completions. I think they're going to go out. That defense is not bad. They're going to go after him and destroy the fuck out of him. He is the rookie quarterback out of all of them that's probably going to struggle a lot to begin the season.
Yep.
But from everything else, man, look, if you want to take a risk, I think Cortland Sutton, he just catches touchdowns. Is what he did last year. You know what I mean? He had like 10 in very limited fashion. Maybe Javonte, Kenneth Walker. I don't know. But this is I'm not a big fan of any anytime touchdowns because it's hard to predict here in this for this game. However, when it comes to receiving, I think Jason's JSN, he is replacing Lockett as the number 2 receiver there. And at 45.5 yards, that's something that I might look at, or you could look at.
Yeah. That's one to definitely do a little research into before you decide whether you want to place the bet or not.
If you're bored out of your mind, go ahead and do that. But Denver, this game at plus 6.5 for the Broncos, shit, man. I would probably go money line and pick the Seahawks. I don't know if I'll mess with the spread.
No, I wouldn't mess with the spread in this either. I would go money line. I would take the Seahawks money line as well.
Yeah, I would definitely go here. All right, let's go next. Let's see what else we got. All right, so we got the Seahawks next. Another bit of a dumpster fire here. Raiders against the Chargers. Now there is some prop love that I have here for sure, but -3 for the Chargers are actually favorite. Is this like a Jim Harbaugh kind of?
I think that's really what it comes down to is because Harbaugh's there now.
It's a Harbaugh reach around kind of, you know what I'm saying, dude? They just want to
it's
guy.
It's definitely a Jim Harbaugh fucking grease job.
Yeah, it's
let's show him a little love. First game back in the NFL. Let's give him a quick little Mrs. Pac-Man.
Yep. Let's go do looking at from a prop standpoint here, man. If you want to risk a flyer, maybe Edwards, because he is going to run the football a lot, and Edwards last year destroyed the league with a shitload of rushing touchdowns. But that was a different team and a better O-line in the Ravens.
Yep.
I don't feel comfortable with anybody here on any time, even Devontae Adams, because it's Gardner Minshew. Now, when it comes to Devontae Adams, he's probably the best one to give him a anytime touchdown. But I think his receiving props are pretty good. I like the over on receiving 67.5 for him. And I also like his reception as well. I think he's going to get over 5.5 yards, 5.5 receptions. I would take this. That's the only thing in this game from a prop standpoint that I would put my money on. And also in fantasy football, because he's only like at 7,900 or 7,200 right now. So,
that's doable.
So I think Adams, I would only touch here. From the standpoint of the game, man, who do you think wins this game? Just be fucking honest. You think the Chargers? Chargers do have the better quarterback.
No.
Think the Raiders will win this?
They do, but I think the Raiders somehow. I think Mullet Mania pulls one out.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
I
can't trust. Yeah. I can't trust the Charger team that you brought in 2 running backs who you're getting with Gus Edwards, but he's injury ridden. You have J.K. Dobbins, who's like never played a full season.
Yeah, that's a hit and miss.
And then who's Herbert throwing to? Friggin' like a conversation, just drop it. Quentin Johnson.
Josh Palmer is the only one I think that you would recognize here from a from a receiver standpoint. Josh Palmer is the only one here. That's it, man. And the rookie Ladd McConkey. That's the guy they drafted. That's pretty much it. They got Will Disley at tight end. Yeah, it's and Quentin Johnson, man, this guy was supposed to be the replacement, but I don't see Josh Herbert throwing the football a lot here. They're going to run the football a lot. That's just the game. That's just what he does.
Yeah.
When he comes to Jim Harbaugh, he likes to run the football. Shit, let me take a look. Actually, I haven't. I see. It's crazy. I didn't even look at the props for the quarterbacks here because I don't trust neither quarterback right now. So let me see.
No.
Passing. Herbert is at 225. Shit, and then Gardner at 216. I might go the under. I wouldn't touch this. I just not touching. I'm not touching this. You're passing TDs.
Yeah.
You know what? This might be one of those that you want to go ahead and do the under on freaking Minshew and do the under. Both guys can go under. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be just running the football a lot, especially for the Chargers. Win wise, look, I may go opposite. I'm going opposite from you. I think I like the Chargers. I think their defense is a little bit better. I don't know. Both teams suck, man. I'm not gonna say shit in this game. Every time I look at it, I'm like, crap, man, this is just whatever. You know what? Definitely a possibility here though. The under. I don't think they're gonna score over. Nobody's gonna score over 40 points here combined.
No, I don't think. At least not week 1. If this was week 8, we'd be having a different conversation.
No, exactly. I don't think so. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. Oh, here we go, baby. We're entering into the 4:00 games. The Dallas Cowboys and the shit stains. Who do you like here, my guy? Come on. This is all you.
I hate to do this. I hate to do this because you're a Giants fan, but there's no way Dallas can lose this fucking game. There is no way. That O-line is banged up. Jedrick Wilson isn't starting. I don't even think Jedrick Wilson's playing. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Like I understand. A lot of people saying that Watson's going to have the game of his life because his dad just passed. Listen, you hate to hear that, even if it's a guy I hate the most. I just don't feel. I just can't pick Cleveland to win anything. I just can't. I mean, you have Amari Cooper. Yeah, okay. Jerry Jeudy. First off, Jerry Jeudy, shut the fuck up. You're nowhere near CD Lamb status. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so that's one. This is really Dallas's game to lose.
Let's go Browns, bro. I can't fucking pick the Cowboys either. Fuck them in the ass. Here's the thing.
What? I'll give you that because it's the cow bitches.
And I think the defense, their defense, the Browns defense is better. And listen, I think because Dallas has so much turmoil throughout the camp and also preseason. Look, I need to see Lamb to have a big game because he's in my fantasy league. He was my first pick. He dropped all the way to 8 because nobody was picking him up because they were afraid, and I fucking flexed him out. However, yeah, man, I think this year I don't think the Cowboys are that good. And I think the Browns, between their defense, not the offense, because I think they'll win games like they did last year. And honestly, the Cowboys got worse without Pollard, even though Pollard didn't do great last year. I mean, I'm telling you, man, they picked up Dalvin Cook. They have a lot of retreads, bro. Zeke, you got 2 out of your 3 running backs. I like Rico Dowdle. I think eventually, if this is the guy that if I'm putting some money on today, I'm taking the rushing attempts. I think he said like 6.5. Let's look at that. I would go money line here or the spread, either or, because it's going to be a field goal with the Browns. Not touching the over and under. I would also, when it comes to props, there's not a lot much here, but I do like the anytime touchdown here. If I got to pick a player, give me Jerome Ford because we've seen it done it before. I think Jerome's going to score a touchdown today. When he comes to, because I think the CeeDee Lamb is going to be a little rusty and they got to lock him down. I hope not. But I don't trust that. I think Jerome Ford is probably the most trustable one. Now, when you do give me the rushing props here, I like Jerome Ford again on rushing attempts. I think Jerome Ford is going to break 12.5 easy, right?
Yes.
I think Rico Dowdle is going to break 7.5 rushing attempts. Zeke might start the game, but Rico Dowdle is going to be the guy that's going to freaking run, is going to be the feature back by the end of the year. So this is a guy, if you didn't draft him and stash him, or he's still available on waiver leagues for season fantasy, pick his ass up because this guy's going to be the starter by the end of the year, before the end of the year.
They might have no choice but to start.
I mean, they have no choice. Think about it. You got Dalvin Cook and Zeke. What the hell, dude? I mean, Talk about retread value here, bro. This is they're
Yeah.
worse than freaking Meineke here, bro. Putting fake tires here or some shit like that, man. So I mean, yeah, dude. But I'm gonna go with the with the shit St. Browns because
Nah, I can't. I got it. Listen, it's probably the only time you'll ever hear me say it. I'm going with "We them boys."
Listen, bro. This morning, I honestly saw the Browns in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
When
were
I
you
took
playing
a dump,
Madden?
no, when I took a dump this morning, you know what I'm saying, dude, and then I flushed it.
Oh.
That's what it was. So,
Yeah, that's how I saw Deshaun Watson's career when I took my first shit in the morning. I
you
said,
know what I
"Oh,
mean,
there's
dude?
Deshaun.
All
There's
right,
the career."
let's move on to the next one. I like Rico Dowell's rushing attempts in there, and anytime touchdown. Probably like who did I mention? Yeah, I like Jerome Ford as well. But I do like the Browns. Honestly, I do like the Browns money line or the spread. Feeling froggy? Leap. All right. Where the hell are we, man? I got to scroll here. I got to find a better way. All right. So we're almost at the stretch run here. We got 3 more games. We got the Commandos, and the Buccaneers. All right, baby. For another 4:00 game. The spread is at a +3.5 for the Commandos, and the Bucks over under 42.5. Who do you like here? I think you got a rookie quarterback, a lot of nice high ceiling for Jayden Daniels, but it's a first game, and he's playing a really good defense in the Bucks, veteran team. So I'm definitely going Bucks here. I think they're gonna beat the Commanders by. They should beat the spread. I like the spread. I definitely beat that. Over and under, I'm not sure because of the rookie quarterback. Maybe week 2. I'm not sure where the money is. I didn't check this game.
Yeah, I would take Tampa.
I like
Take
Tampa.
Tampa money line.
Money line. I'm even comfortable with taking the spread. Now let's talk some props because I think we have some value here, man. I think we got some props that could hit. Let's look at anytime touchdowns, man. Look, there's some stuff here. I like McLaurin. I like McLaurin.
I got him in fantasy, so I need him for a touchdown or 2.
I like McLaurin for anytime touchdown. Maybe wide receivers. Also. Apart from that, don't be surprised. You want a flyer? Eckler. You want a flyer? This is a flyer for anytime tutty.
Yeah, flyer. I would definitely. He's a. That's good. Listen, the Chargers are going to regret letting him go.
Yeah. He should have been. Yeah, the things that they had to pay him. So
yeah,
and he was and more money had to come from the Chargers. So they got to regret him, but they needed to though.
Yeah.
From a receiving standpoint here, let's go to rushing first. When it comes to rushing, actually, let's go to passing because I'm not going to go nuts on Daniels here. I'm going to give him a pass on his passing. We know he can run the football. We're going to touch that. But when it comes to passing attempts, I like the passing attempts from the passing completions. I'm sorry. Attempts are tough. The passing completions, I kind of give I'll go under on Baker. On 21.5, I'm not going to touch Daniels. I'm not even. That's if I play a quarterback. I'm going to do a lot of quarterback when it comes to betting.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a few. Rushing the football, dude. Another one. The Daniel rushing prop at 40.5 is set pretty high, but I think he's going to be running for his life a lot, and he's a running quarterback. So I like the over on this. What do you think of that?
I would take the gamble on it.
Yeah, I like the over on this.
It's when you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
From a betting standpoint, people, it's only 40 yards. It's easy to obtain.
No, it's not.
But when you're playing, it's a different fucking story. But it's one of those, you know the history of Jayden Daniels from playing in LSU.
Yep.
And you know he can run.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost a give me. Like,
yep.
Give it to me. I'll take it.
and look at these rushing attempts. They're going to run the football. That's why I'm sticking to Washington in these props. Eckler over 7.5. I think Eckler's going to get 9 attempps today. I like that too.
I would say 10 to 11.
Yep. I mean, you could bring that up if you feel froggy, you know what I mean? But at 7.5 at 110, hey, look, let's keep going with this parlay. We got this parlay up right now, which is these 2 rushing props at plus 257. And even with that being said, when you look at whatchamacallit, what else do we have here? When you want to, then let's go to the receiving side because there's some value here in the receiving side. I like McLaurin's over 60.
So
Love
do I.
McCormick over 60.
The fact I have him on my fucking fantasy team,
Yeah.
I fucking need it.
You picked these 3 players and you got plus 596. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. You know which one I like also as well? Love Chris Godwin at over 57.5 receiving yards. Love it. I'm telling you, I fucking love it, dude. If you look at it, those 4 picks, you got plus 1,202. You know what I'm saying? And Evans at 4.5 receptions. You got some value there as well. What do you think? Let me read. You want me to repeat that to you? You still there? Oh, Jim went. Yeah, Jim is having a hard time with his Wi-Fi. But yeah, look. Let's say I got a 4-leg parlay just all on these 3 players. I think this is like very doable money. Very doable money here at plus 1,200, man. You know what? Bet yourself, risk yourself $20 on that, and you got to make 240. You know what? You don't want to go crazy. Risk yourself $10. You're gonna make 120. Not bad, not bad at all. All right, before Jim gets back, the fan in the van. Let me get just water here. We're almost done. We're the stretch run here of these games. Let me go ahead and delete this. Sorry, guys. Jim, I have to log off real quick. Let's go back here to the Hey, Jim. Yo. Jim is still yeah, we can't see you. Let me keep moving on here. All right. Hey, Detroit and LA. I think this is a Sunday night game. We're down to Sunday night. Down to Sunday night, boys and girls. And we have the Rams and the Lions. This is gonna be a great game, by the way. It's gonna be a great game. It's gonna be a great game, and it's gonna be a high scoring game. I actually like the Rams spread on this plus 110, minus 110. I like that. I like it. It opened at 3.5, went up a point. Give me the spread for the Rams. Plus 4.5. I'm absolutely going ham on this one. Hey.
Fucking iPhones.
Yeah. Your battery.
You want to know what happened?
What happened?
The phone got too hot. No, the fucking phone got too hot. So now I got to fucking walk around outside and do this shit so the phone stays cool.
We're almost done, buddy. We're almost done. We're at the Sunday night game right now. All right. And check this out. I think this is one of the best games of the week. Rams and Lions. And I was telling the folks, spread is 4.5. I like the Rams taking the spread on this one because I think it's going to be a close game. At plus 4.5.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think the Rams are better than they were last year. They drafted well. I think Matthew Stafford healthy. You can see what he could do when he's healthy. Last year he started all banged up. Puka and Cooper and Cooper Cup. Puka and Cooper. And Cooper Cup are both healthy to start the season. I love this team. I like this team this year. Defense, I know they lost a big player, but I like the spread of plus 4.5 here. I give me the Rams with that.
I would take the spread, but I still think the Lions win it.
Okay. Yeah.
But
either way, I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's definitely gonna be a close game. And here we go. And this is what I like about this game, right? There's a lot of stuff, bro. Let me tell you something. I anytime touchdown here, it is like a blessing of anytime touchdowns all over the place. Gibbs, Montgomery, Williams. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of anytime. That's why they're so low. But listen, I like Puka at plus 130 to catch a TD. You know what I'm saying? I like a plus 130. And when it comes to the receiving side here, let's go to the let's go to the quarterbacks. Let's go to the quarterbacks. I think both quarterbacks are going to pass the football a lot. I honestly think give me pass completions. I think Matthew Stafford's going to complete more than 23.5. So is Jared Goff over 24.5. You could even pick those two. Again, pick your poison.
Yeah.
Rushing. Let me tell you something, buddy. Rushing. I love the rushing props here, man. Gibbs. Give me Gibbs over 53.5. All right. Give me Gibbs over 53.5 rushing yards. All right. Absolutely. And when it comes to attempts, because they got to use these two guys sparingly, give me Blake Corum over 6.5 at plus 120. I think the rookie is going to be used a lot more than people think in this game.
Yeah.
All right. Give me him at plus 6.5. All right. At plus 120.
Yeah, I would do that.
There's a lot of love here, man. There's a lot of good stuff here. But I like the I'm gonna pick the spread on the and I like the Rams. I like the Rams to win it and the Rams to cover the spread as well.
I think Detroit pulls it out, but yeah, there's a lot prop wise. There's a lot of upside in this.
And listen, bro, I think the over is a strong possibility in this game because the line has moved up since it opened at 51. Usually when the line moves up, that means Vegas expect some action. You know what I mean? There's going to be some action based on this game. There's going to be a lot of action.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Monday night, Jimbo. Monday night, man. We're here on Monday night. Let's see here. Who do we got for Monday night, Jimbo? We got your boy, A-Raj.
Hey, my boy. You ain't giving me no ayahuasca.
Against the 49ers, my friend. Jets are plus 4.5. I like the 49ers on this. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's a tough defensive game for the Jets to face. So 49ers, it's to me, I'll take the spread and I even take the money line on this one. Like the spread because it's 110. I think the Jets may stay competitive, but I don't know, man. The rust has to be there for Aaron. I know he's one of the Hall of Famers, but the rust has to be there. It has to be a factor. That offensive line, it did not get 100 times better than it was last year. And the 49ers defense is technically the same. All right.
Yes.
Everybody's back. Brandon finally signed. Trent Williams signed. They have the same team they had last year, and this team, in my book, is better than the Jets, even with Aaron Rodgers.
The only downside right now is you don't know if McCaffrey's going to play or not because he's got that. I think he's got a calf injury himself going on. Mm-hmm.
He's back.
But even without that, Jordan Mason's good out of the backfield.
Yep.
So Jordan Mason won't put up the production value of McCaffrey, which means you're going to have to rely on Purdy to throw more, but you also can use Debo out of the backfield as well.
Yep. He's a dependable guy. And it's a shame that, Ricky Pearsall, the new AKA 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be out 4 games.
He said he could play.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
He said he could play.
Dude, he was trying to wrestle the dude's gun out of his hand, right? He was fighting the dude. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get his gun out of his hand. That's why he got shot. And
somebody, I forget where it was where I read it. And they're like, this is why people shouldn't put where they're at or whatever it was, because it was some like pop-up appearance or something.
He was at an event. Yeah, and then he went to the mall.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, so now you can't know when an athlete's going to be somewhere. I mean, listen, again, people are going to do stupid-ass shit. And when you're in the spotlight like these players are, I mean, it's sad to see it happen, but you mean to tell me these guys can't live regular lives like you and me? Like, for shit like this can happen?
Yep.
I mean, not for none. If you're going to fucking try to shoot me with a gun, I'm going to fucking probably try to wrestle it out of your fucking hand. I don't want to get shot. Fuck that.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I mean, he was trying to do the right thing. It wasn't even at the event that he got popped, right? It was afterwards. He went to get something, you know what I'm saying, at the mall. He went to buy something. It's like, the fuck, dude? San Francisco, bro. Let me tell you, California, San Francisco, everything in California is a fucking shit show.
So, that's Nancy Pelosi for you. And fucking the other douche.
The Crypt Keeper. And Newsom.
When that happened, it reminded me. You ever see The Irishman with Al Pacino?
Yes. Okay. Jim is out again. Mondays, Sunday mornings do not agree with Jim's Wi-Fi. You have the perfect name today. Fan in the van. Here we go. Join, because here we go again. You know what I mean?
I got to do it outside now because if I go inside, I'm gonna get fucking yelled at.
No, we're almost done, man. So I like anytime touchdowns here. There's a lot of value. I love Breece Hall. I think Breece Hall is going to be a beast. Plus 110. That is something I would take. I'm not gonna. This is Monday night. This is going to be a single game parlay. But you know what? Let's build one. Let's build one. Let's take the anytime tutty for Brees Hall. I think he's going to be huge.
Yeah.
McCaffrey plus minus 190. Yeah, it's great. I'm going to stay away from that. But I also like a Debo anytime tutty here. Tutty touchdown.
Yeah, I'd take that.
All right. Let's build a four-legged. Okay, that's 2 picks. Let's go down here to let's go to rushing. Let me see here. You think Aaron's going to get over 2.5 yards? You think he's going to actually try to attempt to rush? Ain't enough.
I would, you know what? I would venture to say he could hit it.
You think so? Yeah, I don't think they're going to make him move out the pocket because they're afraid he's going to get hurt.
He's got that new Seabiscuit Achilles tendon. He's good to go.
That's true. That's true. Let me see. Let's go back. I'm going to stay away from the rushing here. Let's go to the receiving props here. Debo over 47.5. I like that. That's 3. Give me another one. Do you like Garrett over 68.5? Brandon over 50.5? Kittle over 41.5? McCaffrey if he plays over 35.5? Mike Williams over 30.5? Maybe. Tyler Conklin, Brees Hall over 26.5. Juwan Jennings.
Juwan Jennings is the one I would. Jennings, I would. I like anything right now until you know for certain. Anybody's got to stay away from McCaffrey.
Yep. Put it this way: those 4 picks. All right. Those 4 picks. Right now, it's plus 1661. You put $10 down, you win $161 on a parlay. This is who we have. We have. Let's see what we have here. We have anytime scorer by Brees Hall. Anytime touchdown by Debo. All right. Debo with over 47.5. And the over for Juwan Jennings, 17.5. Hey, man. This actually, I might play something similar to this on Monday, man. Just follow me on Twitter, man, because you'll see my picks. Or X, whatever the case may be.
Nah, we're still calling it Twitter.
Yeah, we're still calling it Twitter.
I don't fuck.
And Jim, we just hammered down every single game of the Sunday and Sunday night, Monday night. A lot of action, a lot of we give you guys, folks, a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff, man. And but with that being said, man, I got to share this. The other day, your associate, Whitey, sent me a video of him working. I don't know why he does this. So I want to play it for you.
Why do you want to talk to your asses, Atlantic Hyundai? Because none of you know what the fuck you're doing over there. Is it a 4 or a 6 cylinder? And you can't even tell us that. It's like, what the fuck is going on over there? You're a car dealership and you don't know what you're doing. You're making my mind get all frazzled. Like, I don't get it.
Oh, man. Who would employ him to be, what is he, like a parts guy? Hey, Jim, you there? All right, Jim is having some difficulties again. Jim, you there? Hey, Jim. Well, Jim is definitely frozen. All right, let's wrap it up, guys. Let's wrap it up. Let me stop putting Jim through his torture. You know what I mean? You're definitely freezing up, Jim. Let's go ahead and call it quits. Thank you. We appreciate everybody that joined us for this inaugural NFL football season, week 1. Gave you a lot of picks, a lot of information. Jim, there? A lot of information. We gave you some a bunch of picks. You could just dabble around and make your choice. Pick your poison is what we call it. And with that being said, man, that's all we got for you today. Jim, thank you for pulling through, my friend. You know what I'm saying? And just, the daytime doesn't like you. That's why we do the show on night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Fucking daytime's racist towards me.
Yeah. Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk podcast signing out. And always with Jim. Fan in the band.
Peace.
Peace.
Yep.
Yo!